Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Tuesday night live stream. So, I'm not gonna lie, in the between what 3-ish hours or so, I could have almost gone for a nap. So, I was half tempted to play something like some more TCG or even some supermarket sim or something like that. But, I went, you know what, fuck it. We're just gonna kind of chill out, putter around the base in Icarus. And it should be interesting because motherfucking crocodiles. But, yeah. So welcome in, everyone. That's kind of the game plan. There isn't really much of one. I haven't done too much on the space on sticks. But, yeah. So, we're just gonna kind of get on in on it. Get on in on it. English, you know what I mean. Yeah, I think the floor was laid last time. I started building the wall to kind of separate. I'm probably gonna put a ceiling in there to roughly hide battery storage or something up there. We're slowly gotten a little bit closer to tier 4. I've installed a battery. I think for the most part I've used up most my composite. I have been mass producing armor piercing bullets. Because if you're not aware, there has been a war. And it has been the war on crocodiles. These fuckers try to take my lawn. They try to take my house. They try to take my soul. Yeah, it's a thing. Looks like I changed the streaks to reset if you don't watch for 24 hours. What the? Yeah, so then what I was starting to see on my phone for notifications is kind of true, Darkness, of where it's like the streamer themselves almost have to be going live every single day or posting something on Twitch. Because it was like, oh, this person's about to lose their watch streak. You better, post a clip or a story. But it wouldn't say who's about to lose their streak, just someone's about to lose their streak. You better do something about it. No, what? No. The hell with that? Do what you want. So, here's the funny thing on that one, Darkness. Is I'm the type of person that I literally make a post of something like that to the story or whatever, and literally have it say, here's to save your streaks. Twitch demands it. I don't need to worry too much about the Oxite one. That one was crammed full last I checked. Oh yes, Void. So you're aware, because I also mentioned it to Viking. I have made some discoveries with Icarus since, like, you had joined in. I didn't realize you guys keeping your pods on the Prospect took up a slot to the Prospect itself, and they're limited to like 8 people can be on a Prospect at a time. So because like you and Viking or anyone else who is not as regular to join, I am kind of requesting if you guys would not mind heading up in your pods whenever we're like whenever you're done when. Just that way it's not hogging a slot for others. But yeah. Then, I mean, I'm doing alright, Void. Heck, you seem to have been busy lately with, like, work and that. How have you been doing? How... Let's do a Void check here. I know what you mean. We'll do. Yeah, I think. Kitty cat. I would like to point out this Prospect is on hard. Yeah, that one doesn't surprise me that it's like empty. Swamped with work. Finally got it. So I mean, hey, it is a thing. It happens. Any job has those times where it's just like, and everyone lose their fucking mind. But hey, Void, we do have good news here, okay? In about 2 weeks' time there, we will be taking part in raising money for Make-A-Wish with the Crash Pad for Kids like charity event. So all this hard work you put in, you could help out. And there might be something special that I ordered to go alongside with that. Like I was saying this earlier, I don't feel right necessarily doing milestones for stuff like that because I want you guys to donate because you can afford to and want to, over you guys feeling you need to donate because you want to see X happen type thing, right? But I still kind of wanted to do something at the same time, because, like, I'm going to be honest with y'all, with some of the reason, with how some of you guys are, I have a feeling that I am going to be overwhelmingly impressed with what we can do. Also, hey Tabor. Oh no, it's a Davy's back. Darkness, hide the cookies. Davy's back. But yeah, like, in all honesty, guys, I am still at the point where even just considering signing up for doing some of these things, like these charity things, I feel like I'm trying to do this too soon. And I probably, once again, have set the bar extremely low. But I want you guys to show me what you got without an expectation. I want to know where we sit. And, like, I know times are tough and all. So, that's... And I never truly come at these things with an expectation of you guys need to. But... with what I've seen this year, I have hope. Gators. Crush goals. Honestly, it's... So, Void, as much as this is, like, the third time I'm doing, like, a charity event thing that I can actually get behind, to this date, I've raised zero money for any charity that I've helped, like, tried to help out. Whether that was, like, last year with sick kids, whether that was before, during the lockdowns, where I was trying to help, you know, with providing housing for those who have ended up on the street. And I will be honest, every time I have taken a mental dive, because it's something I want to be able to give back, but I felt like I've failed every time. At least you try it. Yeah. And see, that's the thing. Everyone says that to me. You try, you got, like, you help bring awareness, but I don't know. No one's harder on me than me. And also, yes, Void, that's, like, that's all I can ask. You try, heck, you open a tab, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell whoever. Heck, if you know Bill Gates, give him a call. Maybe, you know, really fuck me up. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's one of those things where the likelihood, you're more likely to break me showing unbelievable support for a charity thing than you are with, like, a hype train, if that makes sense. Also, hey Viking. Oh yeah, Tabor. I have spoiled meat out the fucking wazoo. Because pretty much everything I've just been throwing in there because I don't know what to do with it all. I've also got like everything fucking tapped at this point. Buh, buh, buh. Ba 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 ba. Ooh. I see, says the blind man. Oh no, that's gold. Never mind. I was gonna say, ooh, look at all this sulfur. No, that's gold. I might have a few inventory issues, Tabor. I'm not gonna lie. Oh. Fuck, Jesus Christ. What am I gonna run out of in there? Probably the gold, if I had to guess. If I had to make an educational guess, I'm gonna say it's the gold I ran out of. Yep. Fuck your shit, motherfucker. Bad kitty! Bad kitty! By the way, Tabor, I got armor-piercing rounds. I produced them by the dozens. But yeah, have a good one there, Void. Uh, bu- 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 I think I'm gonna have enough composite for a bit. I'm right now basically doing the, where the fuck is their space? That'll run at full power for a while until the battery drains completely. But I mean, hey, that's something. Alright, I should probably grab a bandage. Which actually should have it in my pocket here. Um... There we go. Actually, we'll do that. That should make it so we keep the composite that's ready up in the front. Maybe, hopefully. Kind of, sort of, almost. Yeah. Okay, I was just saying, wait, that doesn't make sense. There's only a little bit of iron in there. That shouldn't make that much. That's because there's another stack way down there. My brain is firing at all the cylinders. Okay, Okay, so... things we need... Well... we're gonna need copper. I think first and foremost. Because I think copper is going to be our main holdup for a lot of the stuff. Because, like, batteries need copper. The solar panels need electronics, which, like, yeah, it's copper. Because if it doesn't need copper wire directly, it'll probably need electronic, which electronic uses copper wire. decent amounts, so yeah. Like, I'm gonna be honest, the whole reason I don't even have something like, say, a deep freezer going yet is because I haven't even established the power grid. And I think my interior also is gonna need copper. Yep, copper nails. Okay. Yep. That's exactly it, Darkness. It's me. I kind of gotta wait for the storm to pass. Right, I remember what I was working towards last time. The next thing I wanted to get going was a fucking creature deterrent. Yeah, one of them, which I need 5 more electronic for. Because I'm getting sick and tired of crocodiles that A, come through that window, and B, just start eating on my fucking foundation because they can. I'm getting a little fed up with this. Do I even want to know darkness? How? Fucking gators chewing through my foundations. Okay, I guess we'll head out, go on an adventure, see what we can find. Because, I mean, I don't fucking know. Mind you, that 3-day is not looking very nice. Look at all that composite. Okay, the fact that I can actually mass produce things like composite, it's kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. Aluminum, stone, stone and aluminum. Stone and aluminum. Oh look, it's a nice looking kitchen I made. Oh, I see. So that would be, yep. I thought that's how that would work, but I wanted to make sure. Which makes me wonder, does that have any variance to it? No. Okay. Okay. I know what I needed to know. Uh, See, I would like to do things like the fridge and that, but I'm not in a position for that yet. Focus on the power grid. Ooh. But electric water purifier. Yeah, no, I can't play around with a lot of those things right now. Well, I could play around with a bunch of them. Pardon me. But it would not be beneficial to. Right, that box is full. Fuck it, let's throw that stuff in here. Anyone else? Voice. Okay, let's see if that helps some. There's no dinosaurs in Icarus. It's not Ark. I feel like the only real difference right now between where I would be sitting in Ark versus Icarus is the size of the fucking creatures. I thought I heard another one behind me. Don't tell me. Okay, it's only a cat. Let's say, don't tell me there's a fucking another one. How much do you think you would have to offer them, Darkness, to add in dinosaurs for the next patch? When the next patch is Thursday. Remember, Icarus gets updated weekly. God damn these animal spawns. Why do you not store any meat? Because you just walk outside the fucking door. That's always nice. I like when I can one-shot the gators. Welcome to an episode of Swamp People. Spacers Edition. Oh god, I didn't want to drink the water. I wanted to... Oh well, I'm not drinking rainwater anyways. Oh, that's the buffalo. Okay. I was like, wait, what is that? Okay. Looks like we're getting to the evening. So I'm actually going to head back to base. Because A... I need to empty out my inventory. Primarily. I'm gonna have so much storage issues. I can see it now. Okay, I've got all that. Looks like I've got all of this I can currently get. Yes. Actually, no, I'm not done tier 2. I hadn't got the beeswax stuff yet. Okay, there we go. I mean, darkness, I already have giant dinosaurs eating my base. Because isn't that what they've discovered is the like crocodiles and gators are the closest known relatives to what used to be the dinosaurs that roamed around on the Earth? I thought I'd seen somewhere that they said that they had found that, like, gators were closer, but I might be mistaken. After all, let's face it, my memory is not the greatest on a good day. A little low when it feels like I'm just strictly running off of caffeine. Oh wait, running off of caffeine? That's every day. Especially since I've been having to take the kids to school. Actually, I should be able to outrun you, so... You are actually going to need to be taken care of. I should go grab these composite arrows. I'm not at the point quite yet where I can just, you know, oh, whatever. Boop the snoot. Okay, that's a buffalo. Okay. I had to reopen that cave. Never mind, we're going back to that cave. Jesus, worms. That's iron. I really don't need iron. That's gold. See, it's funny. Really, the only thing that I actually need is copper. And it's not because I don't have a deep drill of it. It's because I just need so much of it right now. My deep drill can't establish a baseline. Let's turn the storm down a little. This one's loud. And I mean, fair enough, I guess. Oh yeah, I have been Tabor. Don't kid yourself. Usually when I go and pick them up, I repair the turbines. That's why right now, in all honesty, the oxide one is probably in the worst shape of them all. Because it's completely full of oxide, and I have no real need for it, I feel. Yeah, have a good one, Tabor. Okay, now that we're done, like, hiding in the cave from the storm. My brain is just like, eh. Oh, I think it's just kind of one of those days. Because even Harlow is like, I'm just cooked. Right, I hadn't been in this cave yet. Hi! Bye! You know what? There's not much in here, but it looks like it's mainly copper. I like that. This is a good cave. Why does this cave look like it's like mainly titanium and copper? Oh no, there's a good bit of iron on that one side, I guess. Oh, that's it though, Darkness. It's not even, like, sick. It's just... like, I don't know how much you stuck around for Harlow's stream. When we raided over there. But, like... now, mind you, Harlow is in a different part of Canada. But, like, we're getting into that colder weather. And it's just like, I could honestly sleep. Mind you, also as of late, I haven't been able to really sleep at night again. And with me having to get up early with the kids to get them off to school and that, not being able to fall asleep at night is not helped. I'm honestly not even going to worry about the iron. I really do not need more iron. Okay, really don't need the... Dear. I mean, that actually gave me a really good influx of copper. That might be able to get me going again for a bit. But even Nev wasn't feeling him. Oh, fair. I mean, yeah, but darkness. Counter argument to that, with Nev not feeling good, Nev and Dan just got back from a con that they both went to. And they're both not feeling good. Or something to that extent. So... And I think even Ginger Viking was saying he wasn't feeling 100% either. And I think they all went to that, so... That was, that's a whole different cup of tea. In my opinion, anyways. That is them not feeling well after going to a social event. Nadine is fine, so it's not... Yes and no. Because look at what happens in, like, for instance, the classroom. When one kid comes in sick, they don't get all the other kids sick at the same time. Nadine might not have got hit with the initial flu that Dan picked up, or whatever it may be, but those viruses tend to slightly mutate from host to host, therefore she might pick it up from Dan. Oh, see, there we go, Darkness. Vic got everyone sick. That's what I'm reading there. Vic went, dipped early because they weren't feeling well. There we go. There's our patient zero. Did he just probably didn't drink some? Yeah. From what Nevis said on streams and that, and like on his podcast, yeah, those boys drinking could be interesting. Is it bad I've kind of forgot what the name of Nev's podcast is? Isn't it something like we forgot the topic? Which is ironic to forget the name of. I gotta catch up on that. I haven't listened to the latest few episodes. Oh, okay. I gotcha now. I don't know then. Could just be it like again, it could just come down to the time of the year. A lot of people tend to come down with flus and that around the time of the temperature changes. It just never seems to fail. Who's trying to eat my fucking base now? Oi! My wall! You fucking shithead! And this is why I have so much meat and hide. Guys, Jesus Christ, the fucking gators. I used to do cons all the time. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, let's face it. Out of the ones I think that I can at least say off the top of my head, Darkness, because I'm pretty sure I've seen you in all the chats. The only ones that really have legitimate excuses for getting sick out of the blue is like me and Bearded Dad. Because I'm pretty sure I've seen you over in that chat as well. And that's because we both have kids. We have outside forces of bringing whatever the fuck home. Okay, make up our copper wire so that we can make up our electronic so that I can make the thingy. Vic does too. Okay. Even Bearded Dad, like, I have not spent a lot of time in their streams. Either it's just, like, I'm not too interested in what they've got to play, like, what they're playing, or it's... I'm just too busy. So I might have the stream up when I'm not actually there. That's honestly why I say I'm, like, a massive lurker. I will just let... I'll just let YouTube or Twitch just run. So, like, I could end up in someone's chat, but I haven't been at my computer actually, like, part of the stream for, like, 3 raids. So I get back to my computer, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm here now. Okay, let us get this fucking thing up and running. There it is. There it is! The Holy Grail, the saving grace! Screw you guys, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. How much of the island is that actually covering? You know what? That's not a bad chunk. You motherfucker. Ow! Fuck off! Shit, shit. There's always another fucking crocodile. I think that's... I think that's why, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, you can't fault a guy for priorities, right? If you've got no one to take care of the kids, then, like, there's no point in trying to make plans like that. I'm aware my neighbors are mean. Why do you think I put up the speaker to get them to get off my lawn? Like, I'm not gonna lie. If it was the difference between going to like a con or something like that and one of my kids being able to go on like a field trip or something like that, I'd more than likely send them on that field trip. And I say more than likely because, and the likelihood is that if it's all my money, it's that would be paying for either one, then yes, I'm gonna go with the sending the kids on the trip. But if someone was like, "Here's your plane ticket, here's like everything set up," it's like, well, like. That's a whole different story then. It also too comes down to like the trip and stuff like that too. Like, it's hard to speak for certainties and hypotheticals. Okay, that's all set up. Out of curiosity, that is actually currently draining power. Even though nothing is actually running. I mean, that would do it right there. That looks better. Okay, so... Actually, what I need to do is grab even more copper. Because we need even more electronic. Well, I said that I need more wire. Just in general. I mean, all I can say on that one is Darkness, good on you for stepping up. That, I think, is one of those things most people don't hear enough in those kind of situations. Like, it's one thing to step up when it's your own kids, but to step up and become a parental unit for essentially someone else's. Definitely reminded me why I never wanted kids. Fair enough. Where is the stove again? There it is. I just need the aluminum. Technically, that kind of means I do have relatively everything I needed to start working on a kitchen, but let's face it, this kitchen needs a lot of work before it's... Well, this base needs a lot of work before it can sustain the proper kitchen. Right. Chemistry, no. No, I think my next one that would be good to grab is the water purifier. Okay, I need more electronic. Always with the electronics. Funny enough, it's actually gold wire that I ran out of for a change. No, not the stack of iron, or the thing of iron. I want the thing of nails. I can't even put it in there right now. Jesus Christ. Okay. The fact that a lot of these that I've got built right now are just literally built and put in place to act as storage is kind of ridiculous. Not gonna lie. Like... No, not that one. That one. Oh, no what? Somewhere around here I got a cubic butt ton of charcoal. Oh yeah, dark. Like, don't like. Yeah, like. Darkness, I'll put it to you this way. Me and Queen got together. A player one, early teen years. Like, just gone into high school, roughly. Now. Player two is a kind of a couple years behind that. And player three has started school since. Like, I feel ya. The number of times I'm sitting there going, am I even doing the right thing? Is ridiculous. Because, yeah, it quite regularly, it's like, am I doing the right thing? Am I passing my own traumas from my childhood onto them? Are they... Yeah, like, it's a whole thing. It is a whole thing. And then also on top of that, I've got them, and even my younger cousins too, that have sat there and been like, I want to be a content creator. So it puts even... It slightly puts more pressure even on me in the background, because I want to show them the... like, it's not easy. Like, I don't want to show them the fact that it's easy, but I want to show them the fact that, you know, if you keep at it. Funny thing is, that's always... Crocodile, 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 crocodile. Jesus fucking I feel like this is the definition of I'm in danger. No, I think as like much as everyone says it and how much it seems like ridiculous to hear and all of that. Honestly, when you're in the role of being like a parental unit,
On occasion, we thank our supporters like
it doesn't matter at the end of the day if the house is destroyed and you're too tired to like, do anything, but there's laundry everywhere, dishes pile up. But as long as those children are alive, safe, fed, clothes on their back, like clean clothes, that's what matters at the end of the day. Because end of the day, no one's perfect, first and foremost. And looking after another human being is a lot. Especially when some of them, which is one of the biggest battles I've been dealing with since Queen started working. Some of them don't look at you as a parental unit, but a servant to clean up after themselves. Oh, it's a bird. So yeah, it's a big thing. Yeah. Like, just, yeah. And see, here's the funnier, like, well, I say funny, but I feel like I misuse the word funny a lot of the times. But, like, I don't know what I'm going to do if I end up in that situation where I have to essentially have that talk with the boys. Because, well, I never got that talk. But, like, I was, like, in school, I didn't date, and I didn't start really dating until after I was kicked out of high school. And even then, I was like dating online. Honestly, I don't think I really started dating all that much till I pretty much moved out. Or thereabouts. But like, I was home all the time. I stayed up in my room. Like, I was that kid. I was that kid. You know, I was just saying how I really don't think I need to pick up the oxide. And then what did I go and do? I went and picked up the fucking oxide. And now I'm sitting here at base going, where the fuck am I going to stick it? Yeah. Here's the worst thing of it all, Darkness. I swear the school system around here starts teaching that stuff in like grade 4. If not sooner. Like, they wonder why things like teen pregnancies and all of that had become such an issue. Yet, they're teaching the kids that kind of stuff before they're even really mentally matured enough to comprehend it. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna head this way, I guess. See if I can't find anything on that other ridge. Yeah, I mean, good on you, Darkness. Like, a big part of me feels like the school systems are useless. Because, one, they do not accommodate for the different learning styles. Heck, they're still more or less set up to be Oh, fuck, that's a bear. Like, essentially, schools are kind of set up to imitate factory working. And on top of that, too many of the schools are so scared to actually teach properly because a parent might get offended that they've censored the learning stuff, like the educational program, so much that is it even worth teaching them? Like, quite literally, I speak from experience on this one. Because of the, like, no kid left behind movement, like, bill that was passed, and, like, my IEP and shit like that, the individual education plan, after I was kicked out of school there, actually, we're only talking like a few years back, when I went to go try to get my GED, they're like, yeah, you can start with whatever subject you want to start with, do it at your own pace, da-da-da. So, me not being good with English, but I've always been relatively good with numbers, went with math first. I opened the book to start with multiplication and division, and I was completely lost because I never did it in school. So between my IEP and just kids aren't allowed to fail grades anymore, so they can't be held back a year. It's too traumatizing to hold a kid back. You've got to keep them with their friends and all of this. Yeah, that's what the whole, like, bill or law or whatever it fucking is all about. Here I am, like, at the time, like, my late 20s, early 30s, never actually realizing I had never picked up skills like that. Now, how does something like that happen when I was kicked out of high school at grade 13? And I was kicked out of high school in 2010. So they were still under the impression back then that you wouldn't have a calculator in your pocket. In fact, now they don't even try that. Kids have to have calculators. And it's like, really? Yet, when I was in school, my work wasn't acceptable because, one, I didn't show my work. Which is also part of the whole thing of, like, I can figure the shit out, but don't ask me how to explain it, because... Which I also think is part of the reason why I kind of enjoy doing the form of content I do. Because I don't necessarily have to explain, like... You guys can see what I'm doing, but I don't have to explain what I'm doing, right? Like, I explain what I'm thinking a lot of the times, and I've gotten better with that over the years. But... you guys can see my work as it's happening. I am honestly not concerned about all that much of what's left here. Yeah, funny enough, one of the first times I got suspended was over trying to find a book to read. Because I argued with the teachers, and that because no one had told me that the older kids were supposed to be the ones reading to us that day. So I was trying to find a book that I felt confident in my ability to read. So I got suspended for a few days. Like, people wonder why I really never took to reading. That one in itself probably didn't help. 'Cause that was... I want to say grade 1. And that is one of those things I will admit I do appreciate about you guys for the most part. Yes, I have a few of my friends, give me a much harder time about it than I appreciate a lot of the times. That is a bear. But, like, for the most part, you guys can understand. You understand. It's a fault that is... I don't want to say overlooked, but it's a fault that's understood. And as much as I've come across many of things talking about how, like, in psychology and that, especially with humanity, of where, like, the one that comes to mind A teacher's writing a bunch of questions on a board at a university. Is writing 10 questions on the wall. Like, on the wall, here we go. On the blackboard. Writes 9 of them, all correct. The 10th one, they purposely write on the board wrong. The whole class laughs. And then he points out the fact of he wrote all these questions. No one complimented him or anything like that, said anything about all the ones he got right. But the second he got one wrong, it was pointed at. Well, looks like I'm taming one of you. Not that I intended to, but okay, we're here now. Yeah, I accidentally apparently got myself a bird. Berries, I'm pretty sure I've already got a bunch at base, so... I should also probably patch up that wound. Alright, I was going to patch up that wound. Son of a... Well, rip that bird. Already. I was reading chat. God damn it.
Did your bird get eaten?
Yes, it just got eaten. Yeah, I was exempted from French and like I want to say it was like grade 4. So I maybe took French for 1 year, which is funny enough because we were talking about this earlier. Required for Canadians to learn French. That's part of what Quebec is kind of all annoyed with. And like, there's many other things in that whole cup of tea, but yeah. Yep. I mean, not many people value the trait of brutal honesty. Well, not quite by law, but like part of the whole thing with Quebec being part of Canada is all of our street signs all across Canada are supposed to be put up twice, one in English, one in French, which the only place you find that is in Quebec. And everyone is supposed to be fluent in both English and French. Along with a bunch of other stuff that I can't remember off. But like the schools will just be like, nope, that kid's struggling too much. We'll take him out of that class. That way our scores don't flop, and away we go. Because honestly, that's all the education system is anymore, is let's make our scores look good. If they don't do good, we don't help them. We just get rid of them. Kid can't test good, it looks bad on us. We can't have that. Bum. Ooh, excuse me. I'll start with 15 of them, I guess. I'm not gonna really get much of a nice way to put this, am I? Like, I am honestly better off to go with the... Yeah, Like I think even part of it was things like too where even people working in like customer service and that had to also be like we're supposed to be bilingual as well, but speak fluent English and French. Like I said, the whole thing with Quebec and Canada, it's an interesting rabbit hole if you actually do the digging for it. And funny enough, most of that isn't actually taught in schools. I didn't find out about that whole thing until I was, well, going for my GED. Because the teacher person there, I was actually talking about it. Because there was like an election at the time or something like that. And he's like, yeah, well, you know what? This is one of those things you probably weren't ever told about, but yeah, no, I'm going to use this for battery storage. As much as this, well, this ended up sticking out a lot more than I intended, but it'll work. It will still work. Yeah, I don't know. But at the same time, because those from Quebec do tend to be I don't want to say assholes, but assholes, if that makes sense. And honestly, with the way it seems like last summer there, this just past summer there, we went to New Brunswick with the kids on a trip, and like we drove through Quebec, and for them, French is their first language. No one really knows English over there, so I could honestly understand these people being very annoyed with essentially leaving their little slice and essentially not having anything for them to really help them be able to communicate, even though that's what was agreed upon. Right? Like, it's not like we're talking you took a plane and flew somewhere. Just driving outside of Quebec, it gets pretty bad very fast. Bu 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 bum. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, and stuff like that, you've got to make sure you've got your T's crossed, your I's dotted, and... Wait. What? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, wait, what? Where'd all my titanium go? Let's go with... No. 15, not 115. And then I might as well queue up one of those as well. It's so peaceful now that I got the gators off my lawn. I mean, at the end of the day, they didn't respect my authority. Funny enough, though. Why does that look like a gator, like, right there? I don't think it is. Oh no, it was. I don't know if that's a good thing or not that I could spot a gator that far away. Also, Darkness, I forget. Are you actually in the Discord? Because I was scrolling through there earlier because I came across something. And, I wasn't seeing any... The only darks I was seeing was the bots. Like, the bots that I had made. Because I was looking at the guides on Steam for TCG. And I found one that was... I was looking over one that was referring to, like, customers and that. I was gonna be like, hey, was this kind of what you were referring to? Nope, I'm kind of lazy with that. Okay. Darkness, that is fucking hilarious. Because I would throw you in the category of a regular around here. So if you're not in the Discord, that's kind of funny because you're pulling it off without the notification of, hey, Rex is live. Because I'm not good with the posting in other Discords of the, hey, Rex is live. Oh no, I'm not Darkness on Discord. Why would you do something like that to me? You evil, evil person. My God. Mind you, I'm so used to people doing like the same name across the board. I have 3 Discord accounts, right? So God. Why do you need 3 of them? Like... I mean, to be fair, if you said 2 of them were to troll Dan, then, I mean, that's completely acceptable and good job. Dan wonders where the chaotic energy in his chat comes from, yet he doesn't realize the scheming that happens outside of his chats. Like, outside of his streams. You're still streaming, or did you... Yeah, so... How my streaming schedule works is... I do a stream in the morning between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. EST. Today was a little bit longer because raid near the end, don't like to end raids, and my girlfriend was home from work. So she just went and got the kids from school. And then we take a break in there so I can go get the kids from school, get supper ready, stuff like that. And then we start up again at 6 p.m. EST and go till 9 p.m. So you're not crazy. I haven't been streaming for like, what would that be? At this point, 9 hours straight or something like that? I don't do those lengths of streams anymore in one sitting.
Support our station, check out our web store on the site. We also have an eBay store. Search Seabird Music Library, Inc.
I gotcha. I was about to say, take a break, friend. I mean, hey. I try to look after myself. I really enjoy gaming. I will honestly sit around, play games all day, and think nothing of it. And for how my body has gone over the years, it's one of the few things I can still do. Sure, put that there. That doesn't look half bad, I guess. But yeah, welcome back. That should be roughly... I'll say there would be a good spot to stick that. Then we can do that. And that... Yeah. You know what? It's crooked. AF. But for the most part, it's hidden in the wall, so it's fine. fair enough. So, little disclaimer in it. The whole thing. And like me and Darkness were actually just talking about this not all that long ago. Like within the last couple of hours probably. I want to say would be safe to say. But I struggle with reading and writing to the point of where I got kicked out of high school for it. So a lot of times I will avoid saying people's names because I don't want to offend by misreading it. As weird as that sounds. I like your bow. Thanks. The bow just needed to become the hunting rifle real quick because the armor-piercing rounds are a little better to deal with the crocodiles. Because I found gator country, as I've been calling it. They're actually crocodiles, but my brain's just like, it's a gator. Crocky, there's crocs in the water! Heh. I am actually not producing a surplus as much as I thought I was going to be. Okay. Oh my god, I missed the crocodile hunter. Right? That's not a knife! This is a knife! Yes, hi, I'm a 90s kid. Also, the ADHD with unmedicated will have chill moments, we'll have rambly moments, and then we'll have chaotic randomness of what the hell is going on. Yeah. Yeah, because my brain always gets the two mixed up for some reason, and it takes me a minute. But Crocodile Dundee is the one that was always in the movies and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. And it was the crocodile hunter that got, I want to say it was a manta ray through the chest? Or something like that. I can't quite remember, and that's also why I don't say things in a complete factual sense. It's like, I think this is how it went. Crocky, she's a big one! I do apologize if I offend any Aussies. I do it in love and jokes. Don't worry, I haven't tried to get a hold of the Helldivers yet to send them your guys' way. Because goddamn the bugs. Good day, mate. I actually got a buddy of mine is that I play Star Citizen with, and some other games. But like, I think Star Citizen has been kind of the main game we get into every now and again when we pick it up. Like, him and his father, which I've gamed with both of them. And actually, they're both, like, buddies of mine. But, where was that going again? I completely lost the train of thought. The train has left the station and is not returning. Oh yeah, I've done a bunch of like the joking around about like Aussie stuff and that with him. I think the best one is like hopping into a voice chat with him because I know he absolutely hates it, and doing the whole Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. That or, gonna throw some shrimp on the barbie. Yeah, good. Alright, yeah. Rex, gotta get back to work. Boo, work. But, have a good one. Stay safe. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Sleep, kitty, kitty, kitty. Do 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 do. I definitely have to say, I think Icarus right now is probably the game I'm worse for going Aussie on. Just because of the fact of I'm dealing with the crocs so much. Ah, hiccups. No. Not the time for that. Ah, God, nose. Don't do the thingy. Okay, concrete's being made. Honestly, I could probably do with a batch of gunpowder. Because that'll help chew up some of the sulfur that I've got kicking around. And chew up a bunch of the charcoal that I've been mass producing. There, I'm now in your Discord. Good luck trying to find me. Would that happen to be why the welcoming party channel is lit up there, Darkness? Alright, let's grab some sulfur. You smell that? Sounds like it smells like sulfur. I was aiming for the head. I hit the wolf in the paw. At least it was still a one shot. One shot. One kill. Boop. Boop. Dragon, come out, dragon. Fuck off. These are my kills. I see you wandering this way. They're my meat, not yours. Is it bad? Part of me wants to start like a Dark Souls playthrough during Crash Pad for Kids, but because we kind of got to keep it like on the family friendly side of things because of the sponsors and everything else that are backing it, I don't think it'll work. I think it's something like Dark Souls is a little too mature. But at the same time, there's a certain, what's the word I'm looking for here? Almost like some symbolic meaning, I think is where I want to go with that. About overcoming struggles and hard times because of the struggles of a Souls game. What? I don't like how that beeped. I'm gonna take that back. I've got too much rotten meat. Problems only gamers have. There's too much rotten meat. Why don't you throw it out? 'Cause I need it. It's useful. Do I need to cook up this much iron? Probably not. Am I going to anyways? Yeah. Ba 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 ba. Yeah. No. Yeah. Literally, darkness yesterday when Dan raided over. He was already in that. And we raid in, and I just turned around and all he sees in his chat from me is, what? Like, W? Dot 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 T dot 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 F dot 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 and he just starts laughing. Apparently within a couple minutes they shattered the first goal, which was him dressing up in that for the rest of the Movember charity streams. So, I mean, you do you? Like, I don't know. I honestly have a little bit of, like, and this is going to sound strange, so hear me out till the end. But I have a little bit of an issue when it comes to things that are like, oh, we need to raise awareness, or, you know, for, like, men's mental health. And it's like, no, you don't need a special event to do that shit. And why is it you're only trying to raise awareness of, like, men's mental health? Everyone has this issue, not just one side. So let's, you know, just bring awareness to mental health, period. And it doesn't matter what time of the year it is. You think it magically disappears because it's no longer that time of the year? No. Check the figures. Yeah. No, I'm not downplaying it in the sense of it shouldn't be pointed out at all, especially for men, because forever men have been raised to, you know, you're a man, you can't have feelings. My point is the fact that it's not pointing it to one side like that darkness, in my mind, dilutes it to the others that also have the issue. So you're not looking at it as a mental health issue in a whole. You're looking at it as just one side. If that makes a bit more sense. Okay, no spoiled meats in there. That one can come out of there. And I mean, it's not going to be the first time people don't like me for a way I look at things. It is what it is. But I battle with mental health shit regularly. I'm aware of the struggles. However, I sure the fuck don't like a flashlight pointed straight in my face. And that's what I feel like they do when they do, like, when people do stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, trust me, I believe it. Because I've contemplated it. I have contemplated being a there, fucking Jesus Christ, I can't. I've contemplated being a number on a page. And yes, that's not shit that I like to talk about. And heck, on top of that, when I was, well, more or less, didn't even really seek out help. I had a teacher send me to the school counselor for help. I basically got told that it was because I didn't have a girlfriend that was my issue. Because people are like cars, and each wheel is a different aspect. One of the wheels is like love, and it's like, fuck off. Because I'm a guy, apparently the analogy needs to be about cars first of all. And B, yes, my issue is because, I was single and not the fact that I was the main target for bullying at my school. Which is actually a big part of where the of shadows of my name comes from. Is because of that feeling alone, feeling isolated, being left to the shadows. That is why I try to be welcoming to all. Never really actually contemplated it myself until I was told to get over it myself and be a man. I honestly don't remember a time where I wasn't essentially told that, Darkness. I'm pretty sure I was told that from a very young age. I basically grew up with the old school male mentality. You don't cry, you don't show your feelings, you work your ass to the bone. You get up the next day, you do it tomorrow, the next day. Mind you, I say the old school mentality, completely blanking on the fact that you've got like 20 years on me. come to think of it. Hey, I said connect there. Thank you. Now, where did I put that water tool? There it is. So there we go. Yeah, see, my upbringing was one of where essentially my mother was the one always working, which for after her injury where she got severely burnt in a kitchen, she went into the world of self-employment. But my stepfather, well, my biological father basically fucked off from day one. And my stepfather was more or less in and out of work because of previous work injuries from doing things like roofing and that. And people not properly holding things like the ladders. So he had fallen off the roof a few times. So his back was fucked. He had broken his leg a couple times, like one of his legs a couple times. So for the most part, things needed to get done. I was the one that had to go do them. Especially if they involved heavy lifting. And I more or less got the... You want to live under this roof? You better help out. Also keep in mind, my parents are also, anytime that I've talked about streaming, more or less sat there and gone, you're wasting your time. And then when I argue with the fact that, I can make money, and good money at that, doing it, I get the, where's the money? Show us the money. There we go. There's that plumbed up at least. And then that gets that. And there we go. At least that's kind of set up. It's set up enough where I could start cooking some decent food. I really don't have the power grid for it, but we can start. Yeah. Well, unlike... Here's the worst part of it all, darkness. I've been trying to essentially undo the mentality of women aren't supposed to work. They're supposed to be in the kitchen cooking and cleaning on their hands and knees. That is what the kids' father mentality is. So, like, when I say I've got my work cut out for me with the kids, it's severely cut out for, like, it's... Till, like, the damage is so deep, me and Queen actually wonder if the, like, taking the old player one to therapy and that to try to help with a lot of that is even actually doing anything, because they're just that closed off. I gave you 5 seconds to... Wait, what? Hold on, wait, what? Darkness, what, how am I in a doghouse? I am not the one with the mentality of a woman should be at home cooking and cleaning. Fuck. I hate the fact that I don't help out more around the house, to be honest. Oh, she would tell you. Oh, yeah, good on her. Honestly, that's mild. Darkness? She's mild compared to some of the women I know. there's quite a few that I know of that you try to pull that shit with, and you better fucking run fast. Because you're about to get a fucking cast iron frying pan upside the fucking head. Repeatedly. One of my biological fathers now, actually, she's passed now, but one of his exes, because they'd come over to one of my friend's places while I was there, and he had came down to where me and the other kids were hanging out because it was after school. He got her charged with assault later that night because of the fact he wouldn't say 2 words to me, his own son, and she wouldn't stand for that. So he got a kettle upside the head. Which, honestly, I find fucking hilarious, and he absolutely fucking deserves it. Heck, I wonder just how much that came back to kind of bite him in the ass. Because he tried to reconnect with me during COVID and that. And I wouldn't say 2 words to him. I wouldn't even give him time of day. I was too busy. I had charity stuff to do. I was busy streaming. I'm not gonna lie. That is a little concerning, but yeah. Definitely don't have the power grid to do something like a deep freezer right now. But I should be able to at least almost start on some decent foods.
This is Eric Singer of Kiss. I listen to Seabird 1000. Music that's the soundtrack to our lives.
That's actually one of the reasons why I really like my sister-in-law. I can't really... Okay, wait, hold on. Maybe I should read the one before it or so first. I feel like I've come in like mid-conversation on this. Close and clean themselves. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay, so it's 2 different people then, Darkness. So I take it your sister is very much the strong, independent woman type. Takes no shit. And your sister-in-law is more of the, like, would rather be the stay-at-home wife, look after the house. See, my big thing on it is if that's what they want to do, fine, but it's their choice. It's when it's forced I have an issue with it. No, she works too. Okay, but she works too, but is she also one that very much, looks after the house, cleans up everything on top of working? Yeah. I mean, good on you, Darkness, for knowing that that's a flaw of yours and trying to avoid taking advantage of people. See, I end up with the issue of where I get accused of being lazy a lot and unmotivated. But, like, it seems like a lot of people with, like, ADHD and that, I have a big problem with self-motivating. So, like, but I will finish this train of thought here before we go into the outro, but we are at that time, so. But, like, so, as I was saying with the train of thought there, someone comes over and starts, goes, your place is a mess, here, let me help you clean up, and starts kind of cleaning up and tidying up. I'm 100% more likely to get up and help them with, like, get up to do, like, the cleaning with them helping than I am to just do it myself. And I've actually had friends that very much know this and just very much accept that that's a thing, and would literally come over to my place, walk in the door, and start tidying it up because that would get me going. But anyways, now I'm done kind of with that thought there. We are at that time, guys. We are going to call it here. We will be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. EST, for who knows what. But till then, guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, follow, push all the buttons. Heck, join the Discord. Also, if you haven't already, we do stream to both Twitch and YouTube. So, if you haven't followed on one platform, come check us out. Whatever one you prefer, go with it. But, number go up, algorithm like thing like that. But anyways, we will see you next time. Bye bye.